Getting set. First leg of the quaddie. Prophecy, the inside runner, comes up with Bolter. Whiskey Blaze. DW, cleaned out up on gate. Back in town, we're just about set. Shanway's the deepest. They're ready at the 2,300 metres. The green light flashes, the arms fold and they're off and racing, and DW centre of the line begin quickly. It's looking to drive to the lead over Prophecy, and 𝗖𝗵𝗿𝗀𝗏 was back in town. They were followed by Bolter fourth, and then came Whiskey Blaze, who settles down fifth. Sixth at the moment was cleaned out. Shanway's looking to slide over. Further back in the race is Better to Be Tricky, and last of all is 𝗧𝗥𝗓𝗥 as they find their positions and run down the side. With 1,850 metres left to go, DW led the way from Back in Town and Prophecy. In fourth spot, the inside Bolter over Whiskey Blaze, and Shanway is three back in the moving line. Covering up on its inside, cleaned out. Then 𝗧𝗥𝗓𝗥 and Better to Be Tricky as they work their way into the home stretch now and work their way down the long run. And at the mile peg, the leader is DW. Goes past the mile in a lead time of 49.3. Back in Town is second. Covered up third is Prophecy, Whiskey Blaze and Bolter three pegs. Then Shanway, three back in the moving line. Back on the inside is cleaned out, and still the last pair were 𝗧𝗥𝗓𝗥 and Better to Be Tricky. They've left the judge and the winning post behind, and they head towards the bottom turn with around about 1,300 left to go. And still the leader is DW. Back in Town has been obliged to race without cover the entire. Back on the inside is Prophecy, who had specking at odds. Back on the outside is Whiskey Blaze, and then Bolter, Shanway. They were followed by cleaned out 𝗧𝗥𝗓𝗥, and still last is Better to Be Tricky. First quarter of the last mile was paced in 31.2 as they worked down the back straight. And the leader is DW by 2 metres. Second, Back in Town. Covered up third on the inside was Prophecy, and then Whiskey Blaze. Next, the inner was Bolter. Shanway is next. It's fourth last. Well back in the field then as they come off the back were cleaned out 𝗧𝗥𝗓𝗥 and Better to Be Tricky. So the second split in 29.1, half in 60.3, and they're at the far turn with 600 left to go. DW still leads from Back in Town. There's been no change at all in the order. Prophecy waits on the run, and then Whiskey Blaze and Bolter, Shanway. Further back then as they near the turn is cleaned out 𝗧𝗥𝗓𝗥, still a mile off them, and back near the tail of the field as they approach the corner is Better to Be Tricky. DW first to see the judge. Over Back in Town, here come the runs. Whiskey Blaze, Prophecy looking to get into the clear. Then Bolter, Shanway, the deepest, and running on 𝗧𝗥𝗓𝗥. Leader DW, Whiskey Blaze, Shanway, and 𝗧𝗥𝗓𝗥 is finishing on, but Shanway moves up on the outside of Whiskey Blaze. Shanway goes to the lead, and here's the first winner of the night for Luke McCarthy. Shanway goes home to beat Whiskey Blaze, 𝗧𝗥𝗓𝗥, Bolter, DW, Better to Be Tricky, Back in Town and cleaned out, and Prophecy was last, 28-2 home, and a rate of 156.